everybody, it's Christina of Crafty Paws. I wanted to come back and share with you guys my third faux metal technique. If you recall, the first one was a multi-layer embossing technique. The next was this faux riveting technique using Sure Tape, which is available at most hardware stores. And this is the last faux metal technique that I'm going to share. And all of these are done with diamond dies, the Steampunk gears and the Steampunk mini album gear set. And I'm currently a design team member, a guest design team member for Diamond Dies, and so I'd really appreciate it if you decide to make a purchase at Diamond Dies to use the code THANKSCHRISTINA, that's with a K, and you'll get an extra 10% off plus free shipping worldwide on orders over $35. So without further ado, let me get to the tutorial. There are lots of these tutorials online, so I didn't make this up. But I thought I would share my process so that I can share some tips with you. The first thing, of course, is to use the Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. It's really inexpensive. I think I got this bottle at Joann's on sale for something like $1.50 or thereabouts. And all you do is put a nice, healthy coat over the entire surface area that you want to look like metal. And, you know, make it nice and healthy so that when you're putting this over the flame, which is the next step, you give the glue enough to kind of expand, bubble up, retract, because that's what makes the really interesting ridges and makes something look, you know, like old distressed metal. So the other little tip is that I leave a little bit without the glue because I do this in a couple stages. So I'll take my clamping tweezers. This set is great because I don't have to, you know, constantly use pressure to hold the tweezers closed. I can just hold it delicately. And let me bring over a candle. Now, some folks use a, you know, one of those lighters that has a long stick. And you can use that, but it just uses up the fuel really fast. Or maybe the one that I had got used up really fast because I got that at the dollar store. I got this candle at the dollar store too, and I picked one that did not have a scent because I knew I'd be working on this for a while and I didn't want to be overwhelmed by, you know, fragrances. So it's also, I think, easier to use a candle like this because then you don't have to hold that flame with the one hand while you're holding the gear or whatever you're trying to make it look like metal with the other hand. And all you do is kind of run it back and forth. And I would not recommend multitasking, answering the phone, other things, because this is fire. So you'll see, right? It's already turning color. And what you want as a final result or when to stop is this black. You don't want any of the white left over. And you'll see that it will bubble up. Sorry for the bright flame on this video, but I don't know a better way to show you. I'm just hitting the tip of the flame, not going low. And as you see, it bubbles up. And then it retracts and it creates these great ridges. I'll give you a better look in a second. I just want to get this to the point where you can see how it should look so you know when you can stop. You want all the glue to be dried out basically. So you don't want any white left over. Well, that's good enough. Let me show you the next steps. So, when you finish with that, you get something like this. It's dark. There's no white left over, and all you do is kind of rub it gently with your finger or with a soft cloth. And that will bring a great shine. Now that one wasn't dry enough, so you see a little white there. I'm going to put that back over the flame. And that's the other thing. There's no, you know, horrible mistake. So if you can see here, look how great that looks. That looks so metallic. But let me show you the last step. This one I think I did a little bit better. I was rushing with the other ones. So that looks pretty good, right? And I'm using a little rub and buff. This is Silver Leaf. I imagine you could use Inca Gold, even metallic paint, and you just need a teeny tiny bit, not a lot, and you're just trying to hit the tops of the ridges. Now, rub and buff has a smell. So if you're sensitive to smells, I would recommend trying something else. But this was all I could find. I didn't have a metallic paint, and my Michaels did not have any of the colors that I wanted in Inca Gold. They just had red, which I did not want. So I think that looks pretty cool. And let me show you one other piece that I did. Right? I think that looks pretty amazing. And then when it's layered over top of the riveted piece, I mean, that looks pretty cool. Hope you guys will give this a try. Thanks for watching. Bye.